Hi, let's go to Law 2, and that's the law of influence. John Maxwell says that leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. So the more influence that one has, the more potential for leadership. Everyone has a different amount of influence, but to grow your influence in a positive way, you have to try focusing on these 7 areas. Number 1, character. What kind of character do you have? That really matters. Number 2, your relationships. You got to be around people that are better than you. Number 3, knowledge. Leading is learning. Number 4, intuition. Having that ability to just figure things out. That comes through the next one, experience. There's nothing that means more than just getting in there and getting dirty and figuring it out. And number 6, past success. Always being able to go to markers in your life and figure out where you've been successful is very important. And number 7, and this is at the bottom, and most people think it should be at the top, ability. Ability is something very important, but only shines as we put those other 6 parts of our character in play. I have a longtime client whose desire, he's a guy who likes to have fun. He's profiled on the DISC profile as a high I, which means he likes to have a good time. And one of the things we did was spend quite a bit of time setting up his company so that he could insert his influence into raising the leadership lid. You saw what we talked about on Law 1, higher. And it was not an easy process. It never is. But what we saw is now the team that he has are people that he has influenced to a higher level on their lid. And what has happened is that they become better leaders. They are now learners. You saw where I said earlier, leaders are learners. One of the things we go over weekly is one of the John Maxwell books. And there are different things that we take out of it depending on where we're at. We've gone through the 5 levels of leadership. And we learned that there are different levels that you have to take somebody. Well, that comes through influence. You remember the law of influence tells us that leadership is really influence, nothing more, nothing less. So people are looking at us all the time. I just recently said to this client, after some of the decisions he made, that his entire company will be looking at him. So the next 10 days were very important that he was consistent in showing up to the office, consistent in his application of principles and the things that he did. And he told me just recently how much he was influenced by what I had told him, and he knew that people were watching him. And sure enough, they were. He was able to rally the team around him, and the company now is positioned for tremendous growth. After a lot of hard choices, they're on their way, and it's because of leadership, being influenced, nothing more and nothing less.